What's going on, guys? It is KaijuJunkie here, and the day has finally arrived, the day that we have all been so patiently waiting for. That was a joke. Anyways, the trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong is finally here. At the time of this video's recording, it has already been out for, I'd say, like 5 hours, and already there are just theories out the ass. People have loads of theories, questions, because that trailer definitely left us with way more questions than we have answers. And I'm joined here today with my friend Mirai Goji 326, and we are just going to be discussing our theories, questions we have, what we're most excited to see, and just the trailer in general, because it is a badass trailer that definitely was worth the wait, if you ask me. Yeah. So one thing, the first jumping off point I want to bring to attention is Godzilla is clearly in a bad mood. Looks like he's going to be playing an antagonist role, which is sort of upsetting for Team Godzilla, but it seems like that he's not doing this on his own accord, because we see Mark in the trailer saying Godzilla's out there, he's hurting people, and we don't know why. A lot of people, like literally 5 minutes after the trailer came out, I was seeing people saying, "Oh, it's mind control. It's mind control." Do you think it's mind control?
It's definitely mind control. There was also a thing that they were saying that like he was gonna be like a fake Godzilla or something, like the one that's destroying the cities and stuff. But
That too.
That's so unrealistic. Like, how are they gonna pull a 74
Yeah.
thing off with like the current? Like, it's supposed to be more realistic, but I know they're not going for that. But like, they can't really like put on a fake skin on a Mecha Godzilla and somehow still get away with it without it like falling apart.
Right. I mean, I was gonna say that, like, this movie already looks like it's gonna be like goofy, tossing reality out the window, and it's a giant monster movie, so there's not really much room for realism to begin with. But I think trying to pay homage to the OG Mechagodzilla by having it be fake skin, like a fake Godzilla, I think that's far pushing it. And again, that comparing it to everything else, like, oh, we have the Hollow Earth, and it's this sprawling floral utopia in the Hollow Earth, yet a fake Godzilla is is too far from reality to grasp. But no, I do think it is a mind control thing, and I do think that Apex has something to do with it, and I'm really excited to see, who is Apex? What are their connections with Godzilla? Because if you look at I'm going to try to pull it up here real quick, that like map conspiracy cork board, whatever it is, Apex shows up on literally every other sticky note. There's Apex number 2, Apex facility number 6, Apex Godzilla question mark, just Apex everywhere. Now, do you think Apex, if they are what people have been speculating, people have been saying that they're like the anti-Monarch, whereas Monarch is more focused on coexisting with the Titans rather than destroying them, this Apex organization is, they're like, okay, we're going to step in, we're going to destroy everything, like destroy all the Titans and all that. What are your thoughts?
I think like definitely like the synopsis like backs it up. Like Apex is like a terrorist organization trying to like get rid of humanity. So I think they're gonna try using Mechagodzilla as well, because we definitely saw him in the clip. So he's definitely in the movie, which I kind of was upset about at first, but like it's gonna be pretty cool. But like either way, I think Apex is just gonna like have some worldwide, like they have all their different bases and start causing chaos worldwide, and like I'm thinking since Godzilla's like under mind control, he might be like they might have replicated the Orca somehow or something like that.
A lot of people are thinking that Mechagodzilla is equipped with Orca technology, and that either Apex created Mechagodzilla or Monarch created Mechagodzilla, and he is under control from Apex. Like, Apex is moving in to try to do what Monarch refuses to do, and that's destroy the Titans, which I do think that it is Monarch that made Mechagodzilla, because if you remember in the credits for Godzilla King of the Monsters, there's a newspaper clipping that sort of shines over that Monarch has been messing with mechanized giants in the past, like they've been toying with tests of robots.
I
So I
totally
do
forgot about that.
think that Mechagodzilla is in the control of Monarch here.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that news article from Monarch and like the credits of King of the Monsters. So that is a good point. So that it might be Mechagodzilla that's like in control of Monarch instead of Apex. But like from like the leaks and stuff we heard, I still keep thinking that like it's gonna be under control of Apex. But I don't know. We won't know until the movie comes out.
Yeah, a lot of people have been thinking that Apex may have something to do with the Warbats, whether Apex is codename for the Warbats or what have you. And everyone is really excited about the Warbats ever since the toy was released. And what kind of role do you think the Warbats are going to play?
I think the Warbats are just gonna be like creatures from the Hollow Earth because like Kong goes down there in like one of the scenes in the trailer, and he's
Hmm.
just like throwing them around like some like Showa style battle. But like I don't think they're gonna be a really big part of the movie. I think they'll show up briefly in like the Hollow Earth, kind of like like maybe with the Skull Crawlers, but like I don't think they're gonna be a really big part of the movie. Or with the part with like the hybrid idea. I mean,
Hmm.
if that is part of the hybrid thing, I mean it could be possible, but I'm just not sure like how what they're gonna mix Ghidorah with, like to make like the Warbat or Nazuki or whatever it's called.
I'm curious if the post-credit scene for King of the Monsters will have any significance in this movie because the guy who played Alan Jonah isn't even going to be in this movie. I forget his name. It's Charles. He was in the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
He's not even going to be in this movie, so I don't know if I'm interested to see what significance the post credit scene will have with this movie.
Yeah, because there was a leak. Like spoiler alert, like there was a leak that they said like in the plot, like they would have some like Ghidorah up in chains, like somewhere in a cave deep down somewhere. But like we haven't seen it yet, but they're probably hiding it if it is in the actual movie. But if like that is what's going on, I don't know why Alan Jones is not in the movie. Excuse me.
Probably contracts.
Yeah, but either he could be like in charge of Apex, and then like he somehow like passed away or something, like something along those lines. But like, it's weird that he's not in the movie.
One thing I want to touch up on, and one thing that I'm really excited to see, is these demon bat things that show up towards the end of the trailer that clearly have dorsal fins like Godzilla on their backs. I have a feeling this has something to do with, like, because again, like I mentioned before, in the credits for King of the Monsters, not only was Monarch messing around with giant robots, but they were also messing around with creating biological monsters. So I think these little bats, whatever they are, have something to do with, if they're not like just another Hollow Earth creature, then I think they have something to do with Monarch creating organic life
Yeah,
from Titan DNA.
there might be some kind of like Titan hybrid or something. Like, see, I didn't notice that they had like the Godzilla like dorsal plates or something that looked like it on his back. I didn't see that part, but I mean, it could potentially be like a hybrid thing, maybe with Godzilla and Ghidorah, and like, I don't know. It's really weird. I thought it was Chemazotz, like that from the reveal we saw a couple months ago, or like I think a year ago.
Well, there's loads of them, so they're definitely like swarm.
Yeah,
There's a swarm
it
of
might be
them.
like a Chemazotz swarm because we see that in the comic as well. So I don't know if like it'll make an appearance in the movie.
So the beginning of the trailer focuses. There's a lot. The beginning of the trailer, there's a lot of emphasis on Kong being captured by the humans, wherever he's going, how he got there. We still have yet to figure out, but there seems to be a lot of focus on them taking him off the island. We need him for something, and this random Iwi child, has connections with him. What do you think is going to be the significance of that?
I'm thinking that like she's probably gonna be a Iwi Islander or like whatever they call them there on Skull Island, and they said in like the synopsis for the new Godzilla vs Kong website that she's an orphan, so she could have like some kind of family connection with Kong. Like maybe he's taking care of her, and
Mm-hmm.
like they just like go together like wherever they go. So like I'm thinking like they're gonna be like a bondage. They're gonna follow each other wherever they go, and that's why she's on the.
There's going to
carrier
be
with him.
bondage. Well, Kong's already got the chains, so there's definitely bondage involved.
Yeah, definitely that. But like I'm just thinking that she's gonna be like she's like somehow related with Kong, like in a family way.
Basically, like just some sort of symbiotic relationship, because you know this
Yeah.
series is all about symbiotic relationships.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm I'm really interested. Again, like this is all speculation. Everybody's throwing theories around and questions
There's
around.
a ton of theories.
This trailer definitely made a lot more sense than the first trailer to King of the Monsters.
Yeah.
Because if you remember that one, I don't know if it's just me, but that one was very convoluted on who's the bad guy. Is Emma the bad guy? Is she trying to save the world from the Titans? And then the movie comes out and she's trying to destroy the world and all that shit. But at least this one, it makes more, like, it's confusing, but at least it's not, like, convoluted into the final product of the movie.
Yeah, like with the King of the Monsters trailer, it kind of built suspense because we didn't know who was the bad guy. So I kind of like that part. I mean, we kind of saw Alan Jonah. Like, I suspected him in the first trailer, like, he was going to be the bad guy. Because he had that look to him, like he's the villain. So, like, I kind of already knew he was going to be some, like, related with some bad stuff in the movie. But, like, with Emma and all that, like, it kind of built suspense. Like, what's their purpose? Like, that's why I kind of liked the King of the Monsters trailer. But with this one, like, we kind of already know, like, who's the bad guy. But, like, especially, like, Renzi Rosawa, we still don't know what his purpose is. Like, we just found out he was in the movie. So, I'm really interested to see what's going to go there.
Mm-hmm. Ren Sarazawa, the guy who shows up, and he's in front of the Mechagodzilla computer.
Yeah.
So it's confirmed he's going to be the villain.
Yeah, so I'm thinking he's going to be the villain. But if he's, like, on the Monarch side, and he's controlling Mechagodzilla, I mean, he could probably be a hero then, if that's the case.
So I definitely do think that, again, back to the whole thing about mind control, I definitely do believe that mind control has a big part to play in this, because right after Mark says something is Godzilla is hurting people and we don't know why, Madison comes with, there's something provoking him that we're not seeing. So they're pretty much just saying it, because, like, what else can it be? Mind control.
Yeah. Unless he's just really mad and he just can't take the humans anymore. Like, screw you guys.
Stepped on a Lego, put him in a bad mood.
No, put an oxygen destroyer on him.
I'm also just super thrilled. I think one thing that we should mention before we wrap up here is the use of that battle axe that King Kong is going to be wielding.
Gosh. Like, all those scenes that he shows up with the battle axe in are so great. I want to mention one thing, though. That, like, when he's approaching Godzilla, like, before he, like, dodges the atomic breath with his axe, it glows up before. So I want to know how that works. So I'm thinking it's the dorsal plate. Like first things first, I think it's a dorsal plate. And, like, I'm really curious to see, like, how or why it glows up like that.
It's like maybe just like an energy source. I think it's pretty clear. Like, I would be really surprised if it turns out not to be a dorsal plate from, if not Godzilla, then someone from Godzilla's species. Because what I think is going to happen is, because, like, we see Kong a lot in the Hollow Earth, and there's that scene where he takes the axe and he holds it up kind of like Thor with his hammer. I think maybe Kong, it's a relic from a past war between Godzilla and Kong's species. And I think, like, in the movie they're going to do some sort of explanation like, oh yeah, this axe was wielded by Kong's ancestors. It was taken and made from literally one of Godzilla's ancestors. So I think that's going to be the significance of it, because I don't think it's actually, like, Godzilla's dorsal plate. It may just be like a dorsal plate from one of Godzilla's species.
Yeah, that could be it. And especially since, like, he's going, like, back down there. Like, it could be from, like, the last, like, Kong, the war, like, in the Hollow Earth, with, like, all his relatives and all that. So it could be part of that as well.
And before we wrap up, what are your thoughts on the Hollow Earth? Like, was it what you thought it would be? Because to me, it kind of looks like something out of Guardians of the Galaxy.
it's something like. It looked how I expected it to. Like it looks like Earth, but like deep underground. Because like it has like a bit of like fog or clouds, like you can see in the back when he's fighting the warbats. And it's like trees growing and all that. So it's like an Earth.
There's definitely like a bio environment down there.
Yeah. So I was really surprised with like how it looked. I didn't think it would be looking that good because like especially since like it's kind of like a war-ridden place now, but I think it's gonna have a lot of importance in the movie too.
I thought it would look like, because it looks like a flourishing environment. Like I thought it was gonna be like some dark, depressing, like rocky place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Oh, but anyways, it's just so much to talk about, so much to speculate, and it's only a few short months away. At the time of this video's recording, it has been released for 5 hours. At the time of this video's recording, it's only been released a couple hours, so literally everybody is running around the internet trying to get their theories out there, get their questions answered, and the hype is clearly real.
It's back.
I think the waiting, it definitely had an effect on how big the hype is now.
Yeah, all that waiting was definitely worth it. Just like that year and a half of delays and like, people begging for the trailers like constantly, even when it was completely unnecessary. It's just like it finally came together, and it came together like so well. I'm glad like this trailer wasn't disappointing, because if not, it would come out like a lot worse.
Right. I mean, even if the movie's bad, I mean, it looks like a fun movie where you can just turn your brain off. Like the serious tone that the 2014 movie tried to pass off is clearly dead. Like if you were to compare the tone of this movie to the tone of Godzilla 2014, they look like they're from completely separate franchises or series.
Yeah, they definitely threw the seriousness of the Monsterverse movies out of the window, like probably like practically after Skull Island. And it's just like I kind of like it because we get more of like an unrealistic but realistic like monster movie, and we still get like those epic battles at the same time.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, honestly, the movie looks fun. It doesn't look terrible. It looks just like a mindless blockbuster.
The shots are beautiful.
Oh yeah, the movie looks like it's shot good. The humans, they look interesting. And honestly, I don't care if this movie's bad. I mean, it's just the waiting, how long we've been waiting. I just want to see it. I don't care if it's bad. I'm just gonna go out there and say it. I just want to watch it because like we were supposed to get this how many years ago?
Like,
and all the delays and all that shit. It's just gonna be fun just to actually finally see it.
Yeah, I definitely just want to see it and just enjoy it. And especially since it's on HBO Max, I can watch it repeatedly without having like to pay over and over. So it's just gonna be a lot of like fun to like have watch-alongs with like a bunch of people in the community and just like keep rewatching it and like look back at it over and over. So I'm excited for it.
Well, regardless of whether this movie is good or bad, it still looks exciting. It still looks fun. I'm excited to see it. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to watch Kong do that leap off the aircraft carrier where he looks like a scared child who's about to go off the diving board for the first time, like in the pool, like, I'm afraid. Seriously, look at him. He looks like he's a 4-year-old who's afraid to jump in the pool, and then he finally builds up the courage to do so. He's like,
I mean, he is forced to.
I'm a big kid now.
And then Godzilla practically like blows up the aircraft carrier. Sorry, Don, but like
yeah, Team Aircraft Carrier is really pissed off right now.
But like the atomic breath's like coming out like straight from the like bottom of the ocean, and you have Kong like jumping out from the back, like one of those like cool guys don't look at explosions like kind of. I'm really excited to see that in like pure 4K as well.
Yeah. Well, this movie's gonna be fun to watch.
Highly anticipated.
I can't wait. You can't wait. The fandom can't wait. And yeah, let's hope it doesn't tank like King of the Monsters.
Yeah, please, Rotten Tomatoes, have mercy this year.